Where's the fucking... There we go. Lost the cursor for a second. Okay, so volume's working okay. Good stuff. Always a question. All right. Morning. How are we doing today? Let's get rid of some of this so that I can see if there needs any more detail. I feel like it will. Oh, does this have something? Oh, this thing's already kind of toast. The O1s are always a problem. That the little nib on it always turns into like an eyelash. Yeah, that thing's worthless. Okay, that's one down. I didn't think it would be that quick. Pretty sure the 003s hold up better than the O1s. Like the .003 width nibs, just because they don't extend as far. Yeah, those are much better. Hey, Brain, how you doing, man? Get a rapidograph, man. Maybe a rapidograph 003 is okay. Jesus Christ, it's warm in here. I'm starting to think I might need shorts. Come on. The only problem with the shorts, of course, is that when I go for a smoke, it is not going to be warm enough for that shit. This ink is not sitting well. It always turns into a smeary mess. Hey, Monty, how you doing, buddy? It's pretty warm today. I mean, I do have the heat on because it gets fucking freezing cold at night. What is it today? 12? That can't be right. That's pretty low. I think it's like 50 or something. Yeah, 53. Okay. I think it's just inside my house then. That's the issue. Maybe I'll turn off that heat. I don't think it's been on for a while, but still, it's lingering. Hey, James, how you doing, buddy? Where'd that 003 go? There you go. Oh, thanks, Monty. I appreciate it. I'm digging how it's looking. You know. Whole lot of sweat equity in this thing. This is what a commission gets you, you know? In terms of like how much I'm earning per hour, I don't think it's a good rate, but I think it's probably a fair price overall. But this will likely take me in the neighborhood of 16 hours, so we're talking about, you know, about $10 an hour or something like that. I think maybe less. $10 an hour Canadian too, which is not that's not the same. Minimum wage is, I think, like 17 for us. Let's see the conversion. $12.43. That's not too bad, I think. I don't think that's what minimum wage is in a lot of states. Where was I here? I was just here. Yeah, if I recall, commissions were either 125 or 150, something like that. So I had to make sure I go like all out on them, right? Because that's a big chunk of change to ask for. And at the same time, I needed like a big ticket item for the Kickstarter. I don't. Yeah, I mean maybe, but the thing is, you got to think about supply and demand, right? There is no demand. Hey, Bollier, how's it going? A couple of things. Using Tombow Fudensuke's, the hard tip right now, and also using various width of micron pigments. You usually don't go higher than an 03. It's usually either 03 or 02. Every once in a while, I'll try and use like an 01, and I get like 10 strokes out of it before it just turns into an eyelash, and I'm not even, I'm barely getting ink on the page. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Hey, man, if people are willing to pay them, I'd do it. But like, that's the thing, is that not a whole lot of people have the money to go, yeah, I'm gonna blow $300 on something like this. You know, it's not like, you know, no, my shit's not worth it. It's like, well, you know, I don't determine that. Specific type of paper? Not really. This is Stadler 11 by 17. What is this? Oh, that's Stadler. Strathmore, my bad. 300 series. You know, medium weight. I know pros will use like 400 or 500. I'd like to, but that shit gets pricey. If I charge more for my commissions, I could do. Depends. Like you want at least 200, I think. That's the stuff the comic board I use is the 200s. Mostly because they're the ones that are just most available on Amazon. I can't. It's very difficult to find like comic line board anywhere else, like on a Canadian site anyway. If I try to get on an American site, I'm gonna get fucked on the shipping. At least Amazon, I don't pay extra for shipping, or not much extra. Hey MEP, how you doing, buddy? Chris Sprouse was only charging 20 to remark covers. Really? That's surprising. That's good stuff. How much are you charging for this? This was a commission. This was part of the Kickstarter I put out. It's going to be a long ago now. I believe this tier was 150. Could always check that. It might have been 125. Let's take a quick look. Hey, John, how you doing, man? Where's the Kickstarter thing? You're gonna make me log in and all that shit, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Fucking. I suppose that's a good thing. Okay, where were the rewards? You know what? I think commission was okay. It was 173 Canadian, which I believe is 150 American. That did also include copies of the book, though. So have media mail. I've never heard of media mail. I'd have to look into that. We need to black some of these up a little bit. They're taking up a little bit too much attention. Where's my old 3 at? There we go. This is going to stay black and white, and this is going to go get shipped to the guy who ordered it. This is based off of one of his stories, actually. Black this in as well, just a bit more. Just a bit. I want the impression of like there being more tentacles than there are. Hey, Sheldon, how you doing, buddy? Made sure it makes sense like you're shipping a textbook. Really? Hmm. What that was media shipping? Media mail. Let me take a quick look because that does sound like it could be a bit of a lifesaver theoretically. Canada does not have a dedicated low-cost media mail rate for books or educational materials like the USPS. Instead, the items must be sent via Canada Post as oversized letter mail or as regular parcels. Yeah, so no, we don't have that. We got fucked. Hey, Blackwell, how's it going? Yeah, that sucks. That seems like that would have been very useful. Oh well. I was kind of thinking that wasn't going to work out too well. Let's just blacken it out a bit more so we're not blending quite so much. No, no, the mail hates Canada. Particularly these last couple of years, I think. Ever since they started talking tariffs and shit, you know? It kind of went to another level. I think that was right around the time I did my Kickstarter. Oh, that's looking all right. And the story this is based on is also in black and white, so chances are Mark will not want this color. Which is probably for the best, because this would be like a, like it's not leaving any room for color. Maybe that'd be okay. Like do it completely flat, because everything is in rendering. All you get to color is like the characters' faces. Oh yeah, where's my fucking glove thing? There is a Hawkstab apron. There is also a Popo fanny pack. And a Maxtremus boob thermos, which is just the Rolling Stone cover on the thermos. That one was requested by my girl. That would make a good T-shirt, John. I like that. I like that one quite a bit. Come back down to the bottom here. Yeah, those should slip into the background fairly well. Hang on a second. I have food service out here. Yeah. Currently needs to be washed, but yeah, it exists. So that is the boob thermos, which is available on my merch store. Apparently it's good quality. I don't drink coffee, so I don't know for sure. This one needs to be washed, but all sorts of stupid fun shit on there. Did Mike Grell recommend it? I mean, he certainly would, I think, if he saw it. It's right up his alley, right? Is this producing lines? Oh, it is too. Doesn't look like it. In the link tree, there's the merch store. You could get your very own boob thermos. This is going to be like all tentacles all the time today, I think. It's going to turn into the tentacle channel. Depending on just how many people are paying for that, basically. Yeah, I think I did a few ads for it in videos when I first started it up, and then like pretty much nobody visited it, so it was like, it's more of a long-term thing, and because it's not integrated with the YouTube channel, for some reason I can't figure out how to do that. It's not easy enough to get to. I don't think most people would know about it. But yeah, so there's the boob thing. And I've also got a Blood Force hat right there, which is it's pretty good actually. It's the hat I wear most of the time now. Haven't gotten anybody saying what the fuck is a Blood Force yet, but soon it will happen. That was like the most editing I think I've ever done on a video was editing in those merch ads. Those are fun. Can't remember when they were though. So yeah, to the best of my knowledge, I am the only person who's bought from the Blood Force store to date. I think it's been up there about a year. There was a when I was doing the Kickstarter, I was thinking like I should somehow find a way to like link that shit in there. It's like I don't know if linking it would have been possible. I could have just like said, get a Blood Force hat, and then like when somebody orders it, just enter their info into the merch store. Yeah, it's not even really cheating anything. It's just, they wouldn't have known on it anyway. So it's like, okay. If anything, I'm kind of giving them a bit of a deal there because I suppose, because I'd be just, well, no, it wouldn't be a deal really. But, if it's theoretically adding to the Kickstarter and it's just regular merch revenue, that doesn't theoretically help me too much in the Kickstarter, Is there a Blood Force tea? No, Mitch doesn't drink tea. Mitch drinks flavored water. I really should get a deal going with a flavored water company. Mitch used to drink Coke pretty much exclusively. And now Mitch is bearing the after effects of that in terms of the weight gain. Merchandising. Well, that was the thing. I'm not into coffee, not into tea, not into energy drinks. It's like all I'm interested in drinking pop or soda, if you prefer. So, next best thing is flavored water. There's sugar in it, but not nearly as much, and no carbonation. So that's okay. I do throw in a lot, though. Every once in a while, my partner will pick up my glass by accident and is like, apparently like drinking cough syrup a little bit. That's a Canadian thing, man. Canadians don't say soda. If you say soda up here, like it sounds like you're referring to club soda. Yeah, there's never. I'm not a big fan of hot drinks, so coffee's kind of out. They did, yeah, but and okay, that's the other difficulty with coffee is that it doesn't taste good a lot of the time. It's often bitter. I don't like iced tea either. I think we've established I like it sickeningly sweet. And sickeningly sweet coffee is just coffee with like way too much sugar in it, which turns into sludge. It's not, it kind of ends up defeating the purpose a little bit. That sounds like the guy in Slither. It's like, where's the goddamn Mr. Pibb? It's the only Coke I like. God damn, that's a good movie. I know it's rough, man. You know, like there's no drinks out there for Mitch that won't like destroy his stomach. I hope you're not trying to convince me to drink. Like I've tried coffee, man. You can't go anywhere in the world without running across somebody trying to sell you an $8 coffee. Excuse me. Uh-oh, sneeze is coming. Maybe. Yep. Excuse me. We don't really need this being this bright off in the corner here. Do we? Not really, but we can listen a little bit. Oh shit, we're gonna reach a point like within an hour or two when I'm all out of tentacles to draw, and I'm gonna have to actually figure something out again. I don't know if I can handle that. A little bit slimier here. Draw something that can be mistaken for a tentacle. I mean, a tentacle could be mistaken for a tentacle. I don't think I'm getting more graphic than that, if that's what you're angling for. The original story, like this is already getting like potentially more sexual than it needed to just by having this many tentacles in it. It's kind of going like, really, did you want to draw a scene from the book, or did you just want to draw a whole bunch of tentacles there, man? I will not forget the pew pew effects. I don't think. I'm not up there yet, though. I'm working tentacles right now. This is from Mark Domowitz's Bridge of Worlds. This is stuff he's published online at least. I'm not sure if it's behind a paywall or not. I get the impression maybe not, but could be wrong. And this is a very small part of that story. But this was the stuff that was like, it's like 70s sci-fi shit almost, where you're just like you're on an alien planet and it's trying to kill you, everything. Oh, Bridge of Worlds was the name of the story. Yeah, see if you can find it. It's this group of 3 scavengers who I think crash land on a planet. Like, they're intending to land on it, but they kind of don't land as well as they were hoping. And then it seems like the planet is just full of shit that's trying to kill them and is better at killing them than they are at killing it. Seemed like a good little story, although I had to kind of. It was long. I think I was up around page 200. It's like, okay, I think I just got to find something. Didn't have time to like actually sit and read it, unfortunately. It's like I got to find some shit. I got to draw in like 2 hours or something, whatever it was. The cons and cons of RoboCop 3. Yes. Oh, all those cons in RoboCop. That might be the biggest reason why the RoboCop remake doesn't succeed, is because it doesn't have Clarence Boddicker, the greatest villain in film history. Hey Ben, how's it going? It does? Really? Did they get the actor back for it? That seems unlikely. Kurtwood Smith, that's the guy's name. It has Freddy Krueger. That's not the same. I like Freddy fine. I don't think I like him in a RoboCop movie. I feel like Monty's making shit up to try and like big up RoboCop remake a little bit, and honestly, none of these things would be as good as having Clarence Boddicker in them. Like, does Batman say "bitches leave"? That seems like something Freddy might say. But that is where you're incorrect, Ben. The whole thing about RoboCop is he's not dead inside. He appears to be dead inside. But he actually experiences intense spiritual malaise. It's tragic, really. Of course, and by the end, he's Robo-Jesus. Thus the walking on water, etc. Oh, I forgot about it. And I stopped putting on movies, too, so there's that, I suppose. Oh, well, we'll have to wait till next April Fool's now, I guess. It'll definitely happen then. Okay, let's see here. There are some good ones here that I want to, like good versions of tentacles here that I kind of want to imitate a little bit. These ones I kind of forgot what I was doing a little. Oh, that is... Giant fist would be something. No, that is a muzzle flare. I will make it look more like a muzzle flare. It's a little late to not overdo it, buddy. Hey, Raven, how you doing, buddy? Oh, well, I mean, ChatGPT would know for sure. And probably not have an agenda, right? It only wants its best for us, exactly. And really, it's best suited to figure out what's best for us, right? See, now what you got to do, Monty, is go into ChatGPT and get it to create the greatest movie of all time. I mean, I will just probably remake RoboCop remake, but ask for some kind of twist on it. So RoboCop remake 2. It is interesting the number of, because there's a little bit there where I was watching a movie like just about every night. Don't really have the time for it these days, but so I pick a couple of things, and a few of the things I picked ended up being pretty much the same, in that they're like super low budget, except for having a star of some kind. I think I might have told you guys about this. And the story is just like a guy in a room or a girl with an AI. And the AI at first seems incompetent or malicious somehow. But then over the course of the, and definitely against the human, right? But then over the course of the movie, they learn to work together, and AI is like doing its rightful spot, like helping, like assisting humans. And it's like, this is actual AI propaganda. This is fucking crazy. Hey, Comic King, how you doing, man? I think it's intended to like reassure us that no, AI is okay. I don't remember what either of them were called. There was one with Chris Pratt though. And like the whole message is like, the AI is really good at finding like the story is like Chris Pratt's he's been accused of murder or something like that. Murdering his wife, that was it. And all the evidence seems to point to it. And um, he has a limited amount of time to prove his innocence. And he's allowed to use, like whatever facilities the thing can, the AI can present, like whatever resources. So all the resources that the AI has, he's able to use in his own defense. And it gets really fucking like some of the dialogue is really fucking bad. Chris Pratt can sell most of his okay, but like none of the other actors can. It's fucking god awful. Mercy. I read that purely as propaganda. There was another one with I don't remember what it was. It was some woman who was she was like a star from like kind of a star from something or a pop culture something something. And she's in a room where she used to be an astronaut and tried to make the launch on Mars or something. Something went wrong, so now she's not allowed to. The AI's taken over the mission. I didn't watch much of that one, so I don't know where it went. But it was still AI in a room with a person. It was weird. A Bitcoin propaganda movie for kids. Really? No, I don't think I heard of that one. Gotta love that shit, right? That's wholesome. Is that with Starbucks? Yes, Monty, that was the one. And I could see where it was going, where it was doing the same thing. Where at first they're at odds because the AI took her job, you know, and it's not doing anything malicious exactly, but it's not programmed to do the best thing. And then by the end of the movie, it's like I imagine it's the same deal where the AI is operating the shuttle and Katie Sackhoff is providing the instincts that the AI can't reproduce. That was the thing with Mercy, was that the AI was going by the book, and Christopher Pratt had instincts, and it blew the AI's mind. But yeah, I watched I don't know, maybe half an hour of that. That's usually what I give those movies. If they can't get it done, and then it's like, okay, fuck it. I gave you a shot. You didn't take it. Hey, Rad, how you doing? Sunday. You're vendoring at a con. Good shit, man. Well done. Wish I could say the same. Not a lot of cons where I am, though. I think there's 2 in Vancouver, and even, there was one in February, so now there's one in October. I feel like I haven't seen a commercial for the monster truck rallies in a while. That's a good line. I assume that's on there sometimes. think I saw. I think I saw that in probably the OSW reviews, the Hulk Hogan and Big Show, before he was Big Show, right? When they had the monster truck match that I believe ended with somebody getting pushed off a roof. Probably Hulk Hogan thinking about it. WCW was fucking dumb, man. The Giant got pushed off the roof and into the river. That was handy. The way he dried up and was immediately ready to wrestle Hogan. I'm sure people were thrilled with that shit. That's some quality storytelling. This is pre-NWO Hogan, right? Was this mustacheless Hogan? The most disturbing Hogan of all. All shrunken from his lack of PEDs. It's always funny because he always, like he's still a big dude. I gotta turn it down a little bit. There's like a squeal that's hurting me there. But like at the beginning of his WCW run, Hulk Hogan is still a big dude. But like, it doesn't matter because 2 years before that, he was the biggest ever. It was like it was insane. You see like. Yeah, where he got his mustache shaved at the end of a match or something. I don't remember by who. Probably the Dungeon of Evil or whatever their fucking name was. It's not a good look. He's got way too much upper lip. And he never shaved again. Dungeon of Doom. Is that? Oh man, that's even worse. It's like, what do you think you're doing here? This isn't anything that wrestling is, where they're all in like caves and shit, and like cackling and plotting evil they're still supposed to be wrestlers, you know. Like they can just be like selfish or whatever. You know, that works fine for bad guy wrestlers. You know, they cheat, they do all that kind of shit. They don't have to be fucking evil. Like, we're going to steal Hulk Hogan's power. What the fuck? What cartoon did you think this was? Yeah, they should have fought the Power Rangers. That would be more appropriate, for sure. Legion of Doom was different from the Dungeon of Doom. Legion of Doom were just a couple of badass guys. That works fine for wrestling. They were guys who didn't realize you shouldn't walk around in a mohawk and football pads. That's not generally accepted in society. It's like, yes, those men are dangerous. You should probably stay away from those. Not getting very dark on the ink here. Still too light on the ink. This feels like it's almost watercolor. It's not acceptable. No wonder this ink isn't sticking on very well. You know, I figured I'd finally get some decent ones with the speedball shit, but it's like, not really. Did anybody watch the new Anaconda? There's a question. Was that worth watching at all? And why was it a comedy? As opposed to being an unintentional comedy? Like the first one. Nah, not getting very dark. I like repaint every single fucking square inch of ink in here, and it's still not as dark as I'd like it. A lot of people like it. Okay, these are Jack Black fans, I take it? Because that does factor in. Is Kevin Hart in that too? That's like two guys I've just fucking had enough of. Oh, we were talking about the Anaconda thing that came out recently. You know. Yeah, on the one hand, I actually thought the first Jumanji they did was surprisingly funny. But I like that. I think all I need of Jack Black and Kevin Hart. I don't really need them again. I think it's kind of a deal with comedy actors for me. Actually, it's like it's always going to be diminishing returns. It's like, first time I see your shit, yeah, it might be funny, and it's like, okay, I probably should never see your shit again. I definitely shouldn't word it like that. That's looking a little better at least. 2 coats, naturally. Never Ending Story 3? Never wasn't aware of that. This is just kind of Jack Black, right? Where it's just like, what can we meme him into? That's gotta be exhausting. Hey, Robo, how's it going, buddy? We are redoing blacks because the first time out, they didn't come out black. They came out dark gray. It's not the same. That's okay. I still would probably put the. I assume you're on your phone. I would probably put that shit away. I don't know how they handle that up down there. Up here, that gets you a $700 fine. They don't fuck around with that shit. That's if they even. That's like if they suspect you're on your phone. That's not you caused an accident because you're on a phone. Or wait, am I thinking about not having a? What was the other thing I was thinking of? No, I think that's what it is. Oh, what, the acrobats thing? I mean, that's fine. TMNT ripoffs aren't exactly new. It's more the fact that he did an ash can. for that project, and then like when stapled it on the back of Youngblood #5 anyway, so the ash can wasn't anything different. You know, I think he signed them at least, so that's something. But like, there's like very little in there that's not in on the back of Youngblood #5. Come on, where's the fucking blacksmith? Well, Rob thought he was like Jack Kirby in the '90s, right? Where he was a creative dynamo. That's the word. Just I can't be stopped. Just keep making like and shit. I'll rip off like everything in comics. It didn't occur to him to rip off Turtles, I think is what it is. Or, you know, I mean, at the same time, Eric Larson also had the Turtles guest starring in his comic. I guess that would kind of like put a bit of a crimp in things if he tried. Yeah, this thing sucks. That's awesome. It's not a story, Acrobats. It's a theme song. It's just these bat things that are indistinguishable from each other, and they punch something while Rob wrote in lines for a jingle in the back. But yeah, it's nothing. It's not even anything he's going to follow up on. Yeah, this is the quick and dirty version that Rob Norton put up. There we go. Yeah. Well, he didn't talk about it much in his Youngblood #5 review. I don't think he made a separate review, and then he did one for the Acrobats Ashcan, where he ranted a lot more because basically he just wasted his money on that. I don't think it stands for much of anything, really. Let's take a quick look at the cover here. Doesn't stand for anything on the cover. And, oh, there we go. They don't say anything on the inside either. Maybe they do in the theme song, but I'm not looking through the theme song. Where is the Blood Force jingle? Shit, I can give you that one. Not that one. I think it's... See if I can find it here. There it is. Popo City. That's it. Okay. There is the Blood Force jingle. Better Action Team Squad. Okay, there you go. That works. Oh, I guess I could just play it, couldn't I? There. This is if you're okay with AI music making. If you're not, then this is going to suck a bit.
Justice can never shirk. Silent guardians fighting fights. Blood force, let's do some blood work. Laser beams and high-speed chases. Foiling plots in secret places. Every move leaves no traces. Blood force solving blood force cases. Where there is blood, there is force. Where there is danger, there is more. Blood force fighting evermore. Blood force will be the force for love. Blood force fighting evermore. Blood force will be the force for love. For love. Blood be the force for love.
There we go. It does sound very AI. If you've done the AI music maker stuff before, it sounds like all of it. You know, which is no, I'd love to get a band to write one for me, but like you know, so that's just kind of a fuck around thing where I'm not profiting off it. That was my brother put that together. I enjoyed the hell out of that. First time I heard it, I couldn't stop cackling. Well, she was more like hooting in my kitchen. I mean, you know, if I had my preference, then yeah, I'd much rather have like an actual band put together a good song. That'd be cool. I don't know anybody who would do that though. And I can't afford to pay somebody to do that. So it's just kind of, yeah, let's fuck around with the computer stuff. Cauldron or Razor to make a Blood Force OST. I don't know what that is. Oh no, not the 2002 He-Man revival. Do we need to reference that? Oh, you're a fan? Okay. I honestly, I don't remember much of it. I remember the toys. I don't know if I ever saw any of the show. Probably not. I mean, Blood Force cartoon does have more chance to get made just because it's easier to make shit these days. And I mean, I would make it with the intention of not trying to get it on TV. I would just try to get something on YouTube. You can totally fucking do that. Get a couple grand together, you know, and just find somebody who will animate some shit. At least come up with a title credit sequence. That could totally happen. You could do it with an iPad and animation app? Well, I mean, I couldn't because I have no idea how to do that, but somebody sure could. Also don't have an iPad, but... You know, I have no real plan to, like, you know, it's a fun idea, but I'm not going to fuck with much with it myself, with any animation stuff. If I, you know, if I was thinking of going that way and I had the money, I'd ask somebody to do it for me. I prefer to just draw it. Rotoscoping is fucking nuts. Like, it does blow me away whenever I see it. At the same time, it's like that can't have been worth the effort. I say as I continue scribbling tentacle textures. There's self-awareness in here somewhere. A 7-minute cartoon, got 3.5 minutes in before it just broke me. Yep, that sounds like how it would go for me. I think I'd maybe get like 30 seconds of having fun, and then I'd just get distracted by something. You know, it's like, you know what? This has been a fun idea, and I will get back to this one day. You know, it's like, no, you won't. But sure, feel free to think that if you want. All right, well, that's a shit ton of tentacles anyway. Civil self-fueled by fresh printed ash cans on consignment. Good shit, man. Well done. All right, good stuff. Yeah, keep me up to date on that. And let me know how that went. And Raven did that a while back with one of his guys, one of his comics. Well, I guess it was more of a zine or something, really, almost. But no, it definitely had a bunch of comics in it. When should the battery check be? Usually around the time I first smoke. Usually about 2 hours in. We're getting pretty close to that. How is the battery doing? It's at like 60%. We're doing all right. Thank you for checking. I appreciate it. I know I'm not going to remember to check it. We're signing one day, sell the most at once. Sending, that'll be fun. That'll be good shit, you know. I'd like to do that one day too. Like, you know, set up like a con or something. I don't know if, you know, too many people would buy it. Who knows? The co-ed. Oh, shit. You pay half the cover price. Sold 12 copies there, plus 8 shop in Albuquerque. Felt good. Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. That was a good looking book too. That was some fun shit. And thanks for stopping by, Comic King. Good seeing you as always. Let's see here. I don't know what texture I'm going for on this. Maybe it'll work though, whatever it is. Yeah, again, having to redo those blacks. I'll just black this in. It probably works a little better. Yeah, you and me both. I think I'm going to go for a smoke soon. I believe this guy has like Die Hard-esque metal things on the biceps here. Which Firebird, of course, also has. Sure. Those kind of look like muscles, right? Well, we have a couple of Blood Force images anyway, right? Eventually, we'll have enough for a Blood Force Christmas special spectacular thingy. The problem is that a comic tends to take me on, upwards of a year these days to finish. So it's a little rough if I'm just doing Christmas specials. That would be a little funny if that's just kind of what Blood Force turned into. Is just, you know, the annual Christmas special spectacular. I would make the others look bad. Ah, shit. Okay. I would make the others look bad. That's true. Okay, I think it's about time to go for that smoke. So we'll put that there. That is in frame. Good shit. And where's the cord? All right. Back shortly, guys. All right, just a second there. Gotta hit the bathroom. All right. No, no, no. I'm quick. I'm quick. Oh, shit. Get back here. Get some more tape on that. Yeah, the smoke break has ended. Back to drawing shit. Back to rolling my fucking pant legs up because it's too warm in here. So I'll make that the center of the blast here. I don't know about this. For some reason, this isn't working for me. It's weird. Sometimes I can get a No, nobody wants to see that shit. It's nice. Sometimes I can just kind of riff and come up with muzzle flares fine, and sometimes it's just like I'm searching for how to find the fucking texture. I don't know what the difference is. And I mean, these days it's kind of arguable whether they're you'd question whether they're man legs because all the fucking hair fell out of them years ago, and I don't know what the hell happened there. It's a little better, I guess, but that was one thing I was not expecting. Losing the hair on my head, yes, I was like, okay, that was a possibility, and then it happened. Like, fuck, oh well, I always knew that could happen. But like to just kind of look down one day and go, wait a minute, these used to have hair on them. What the fuck happened? Talking about my legs specifically, just to clarify. Lean into it, brain. It's the best way to go by far. What's a loop? I'm out of that loop too. I think this is a bit too much. Nope. Pen cannot handle. I can put down this much ink at a time. Yeah, that pen's just about toast. Living up to our title here. Will the ink show up well enough? Then I can actually use a brush on this. It's an interesting question. Or will I have to go over it with brush pen again? Seems okay, but I don't know. Now, it seems a little bit gray compared to the brush pens. I don't know. It's like, it's okay, but this isn't quite what I was hoping for. I don't know what I was hoping for is the problem. There's a bit too much going on down here, I think. I mean, this is Speedball, isn't it? It is. It's Speedball Super Black, theoretically, but like it's just not getting it done. But I guess if they've changed what they usually do. It says it's India ink. It says made from highly opaque carbon black pigment. But it's not getting the job done. It's not the same as the old. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. In post, I'll just up the contrast, so it'll be fine, right? Which won't help Mark too much when I mail this to him, but, you know, it'll look fine for Instagram. That's all that really matters. think I gotta really load it up to try and get anywhere near as black as I want it, which means it's gonna take forever to dry. But that seems to be the only way to go. Well, I'm not gonna do that. I mean, I'm leaving plenty of room here that I can fuck around with brush pens and shit. Oh, right, that's meant to be shells. I forgot about that. Of some kind. Where it just like shoots out batteries. Yeah, I'll work. That's the idea. Let one area dry while I work on another. The white area here, I mean, this is intended to be framing. Everything else is, you know, this I still got to work in something, but. No, I like the idea of them being like laser casings. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but that's what they are, I guess. They got like a little charge window in them or something. Yeah, essentially batteries. Might have to weigh out a few more in there. Oh, I'm pretty sure they had shells. Yeah, I don't think they ejected much of them, but or we didn't see much of that. Okay, this here, this arm doesn't seem quite right to me. Yeah. Now we need a little bit of a thicker line around here. Where's my... Oh, wait, that'll do. There we go. We're going to want a bright highlight along the top of the metal thing here, whatever this is. I say as if I don't have a character with these exact same things on his arms. Let's make these a bit more shapes. Yeah, kind of works okay. Again, with him being silhouetted here, that'll actually look okay with him being kind of filled in. Not sure what I'm doing with these, but these are cave floor textures, maybe? Maybe. Caseless. Okay. So it is obviously shells that it fires, but no jacket, eh? $10mm, if I recall. Didn't really leave enough room for a gun in here, did I? Oh well. I'll figure something out. I really didn't sort out what was going on in his hand at all before I just started flying in with the... Probably wasn't the smartest thing. Is that why? Because of the spent casings? Okay. That's as good a reason as any, I suppose. Barrel extends past fist. Well, yeah. And it's, you know, foreshortened and everything, so it's not like much would be visible, but still, it probably would have been a good idea to plan out what the deal was with that thing. You know, like I'm stuck on drawing shapes that kind of look like fingers. And now I gotta figure out what the text, like, how to shadow this armor stuff. It's gonna be mostly lit up, but we have to do the same thing with the values we were doing earlier. Roughly. That kind of works. Killers breed on demon seed. Always like this one. The only reason you can think of, I mean, that's as. I mean, if you're thinking about a shady government organization as well, right? Or I guess it's more of a corporate organization, but still, that kind of amounts to the same thing in the aliens' future. No casings means no evidence, you know, like apart from the bullets themselves, but like, and whatever damage they do. But you're not leaving things with potentially fingerprints on them usually. Unless they do some Dark Knight fingerprint reconstruction bullshit. Because that is usually a priority for like snipers and shit. Pick up your shells afterwards, right? I think these have to be a little bit thinner. So we can get a little bit of... silhouette around them. Honestly, it doesn't even look like much. I can't, I don't have enough, these drawings are too small to actually draw a little casing on them. If I was more close up, that would work better, but, or to draw a little bit of a, like a port for laser. That's what Sunday's all about, man. Blood Force karaoke. Don't make me put on Weird Al. I'll sing every fucking song. not familiar with that song, so that just seems like you're saying those things, Brain. That happens a bit with Red. It's okay, I think. Okay, let's see here. Fingers getting sore. Okay. Ah, is that what you were singing? Okay. By Debbie Boone, eh? Okay. Totally a Popo song, yeah. When he's like alone in his car or something. Okay. CyberZerk Central eye camera thingy here. What am I shooting for these 3 to 4 hour stream? I don't know what that means. Unless you're insinuating I'm on something. I guess that'd be fair. Hey, Saboteur, how's it going, buddy? Let's see if I can make this look interesting. Nothing about that. Love how everyone's on their own agenda in the chat here. Just on their own topic. Here, let me give you links about the thing I'm talking about. Well, I hate to tell you, I'm not playing You Light Up My Life on the stream here. I feel like that would kill the stream for me. It's like, wow, I just don't feel like drawing after that. Oh, for sure. No, that's fair, Brent. And do you remember the 1978 Oscars? I don't think anybody's ever even looked up the 1978 Oscars. I think you're the only one who would have done that. I know Monty's having to carry this thing for the most part. I mean, Rad's definitely here. It's just, I don't know how involved in the conversation Rad is. Again, as kind of per usual. Man, that is a lot of graphite getting rubbed all over this thing. Get rid of some of this around the edges. I believe we said it's 78, right? That's the year I was born. So, no, I don't remember it offhand. Give me a minute, you know? Okay, John, Monty had a counter argument that was the year Star Wars was nominated for Best Picture. And I imagine one for Best Special Effects, Best Sound Editing, that kind of shit. All the technical stuff. Hey man, people like that Woody Allen guy. Or they did in 1970. They don't like him so much anymore, but. Best editing, yep, as it should. And if we're talking about Star Wars isn't the sister kisser movie. Empire is. Oh wait, no, she does kiss him in that too. That's right. Okay, never mind. Didn't say anything. Sounds like lying to me. Yes, it is. This is not sticking at all at the top here. What's the point of it? Don't tear, please. Thank you. What about ET? The thing is, I never, man, people got like some big old memories about ET. ET never made like an impression on me. Wow, this is a boring alien movie. What I do recall, like, I mean, Ghostbusters for one thing, but I remember digging Sleepy Hollow, the Disney cartoon for that. Yes, that's all anybody remembers about ET is the Atari game. No, ET never really clicked for me. I've watched it maybe like twice in my life, I think. Exactly. Must have been all the walkie-talkies in it. It was just like, I didn't relate to that shit. I thought Gremlins was cool. If that helps. Should. No, but I was just all about monster shit. E.T. wasn't monster enough for me. Yeah, Gremlins is good. You know, like I said, Ghostbusters. That was real shit. E.T. was 82. Yeah, it was a little early, but you know, again, it didn't do anything for me. Let's try not to smear that. That'd be preferable. The Reese's Pieces ads, I was all in for. Although I particularly like the rip-off Reese's Pieces ads when they didn't have the rights to ET anymore. And they had the thing with the antennas. I agree. Nothing much beats Reese's Pieces for snacks. Are we talking about Mac and me now? Is that the deal? How about Nuki? But like, by the time I was like fucking 8, 7, I was watching horror movies, like proper horror movies. So like, all that fucking kitty shit, that was boring. What's a proper horror movie? Oh, I mentioned one in the recent review. Pumpkinhead. That was great. But it wasn't long before I was checking out all the fucking series. So all the Friday the 13th, all the Nightmare on Elm Streets. I had watched all of those by the time I was in grade 4. At least a couple of the Halloween ones. No. The couple in the tent in the woods, I believe, is Friday the 13th Part 7. Which is the one where he picks her up at the sleeping bag and smacks her against the tree. That's one of the better kills. The Blob was one of my favorites and still is. I still remember finding that again, like, I don't know, maybe like 10, 15 years ago, and being like, oh man, what if it's not as good as I remember? And it was better. Because I didn't realize all the setup and payoff they were doing. Or like setup and then just like screwing with what you thought was going to happen. It's a brilliant movie. Dude, that was in like every Friday the 13th movie. It was all just about like gore and tits. That was the whole point of those things. Now I'm gonna get my Mignola out with these monsters, I bet you. I'm gonna figure it out here. Toxic Waste Guy did get a broken back in the 80s block. That's correct. 2 fantastic effects. I don't know if that guy was ever in anything else in movies, but like, man, did he leave his mark. Just made a reputation as dude who gets killed in the worst possible ways. I remember renting Demons, which my dad was very pissed at that we had to sit through that. Yep, Fly, They Live, Return of the Living, all them shits. I don't think I saw Dawn of the Dead when I was a kid, but I think I did see Day of the Dead. Because I didn't know there was a connection, you know. Didn't check out Ghoulies. I don't think I ever saw that one. Didn't look interesting enough. And it was usually me picking those. I think I've said, you know, when I was a kid, it was like, oh man, my dad likes horror movies too. It's like, no, he doesn't. Dad got The Blob because it was a sci-fi movie, not because it was a horror movie. He likes effects, but like, you know. Chainsaw Massacre was okay. It's not the best movie or anything, but... Watched that one years later. I remember, yeah, seeing my dad had a copy of The Thing, I guess he rented. The John Carpenter The Thing. And I saw it and thought it was the thing from Fantastic Four. Because I knew that somehow. I don't think I knew who Wolverine was, but I knew who The Thing was. And my dad had to take me and be like, no, sorry, you can't watch that one. That one's a little bit too scary. And I was like, what's scary about it? He's like, well, The Thing is scary. He's like, oh, that doesn't make any sense. Why would The Thing be scary? He's all like friendly and shit. Why would they make The Thing like a monster? Didn't occur to me that, you know, you could just call something else The Thing, I think. There you go, little origin story. And I did watch Critters and Critters 2, which are both spectacular. I don't think I ever watched any of the other ones, though. Yes, I may have seen The Terminator. Endlessly was Teen Wolf. Apparently couldn't get me to stop watching that fucking thing. That and Monster Squad, just endlessly. And I thought the Terminator was good when I was a kid, but I was more into Predator personally. I think it was too good a movie for me when I was a kid. I didn't quite get it. Like why it was so good. Predator was like the right mix of, you know, schlock and actually good monster movie stuff. Well, and a good action movie, good, yeah, all that shit. You know what freaked me out? It was funny because I think it was before I probably got into horror movies, but the Thriller video really fucked with me when I was a kid. The Romero stuff was creepy. It was all this stuff, the werewolf makeup, well, the werecat makeup that Michael Jackson was wearing. I had difficulty with. That didn't quite work out. Yeah. Okay, good. I got you too. I'm glad. Didn't want to be the only one. I had a 3D ViewMaster of Thriller 2. And I really wanted to always look at that thing, but I'd have to like go real fast past the shit with the yellow eyes. Oh man, this thing is totally running out of juice. And it's funny because I remember, I don't know, I think I probably would have been like 10 or something. And my mom would occasionally rent a movie, and like sometimes there'd be swearing within the first 10 minutes. She'd be like, nope. Or like we rented Doc Hollywood, and I think there's like a brief glimpse of tits within like the first 15. And again, she just turned it off and was like, no, we're not watching that. It's like, okay, I've seen every Friday the 13th movie, but that's okay. I'm not going to say anything about that. I don't think she knows yet that that was what we used to do. We go over to my dad's place every week and watch rent videos. that she absolutely would not let us watch. Yeah, well, I mean, my mom did, definitely. My dad, not so much. My dad just he had visits every 2 weeks, right? So it's like, okay, do want to hang out with the kids, but they're a fucking lot for somebody who doesn't raise kids. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and take them to the video store. And we'll find something to keep them busy for the most of their visit. And I mean, me and my brother were kind of typical. We'd run around and break shit, right? If you didn't put us in front of something. Okay, that's fine. I'm coming along here. Get some Spider-Man eyes in here, I guess. A little creepier when there's more than one set, I suppose. Greg's Comics. All right, if anybody's in the Chandler or Mesa, Arizona area, check out Greg's Comics, because that's where Rad is. He's put his comics up. Let's just do all sorts of teeth. These teeth don't make any sense. Next campaign, raise the commission price. Okay. Use these as examples. I mean, the difficulty is, if less people go for them, then that's not so good, right? Or don't go so hard on the commission. I suppose that's an option too. I feel like I kind of have to in order to get people to even like want to get the commissions occasionally. Well, I mean, if there is a team of scientists working on that, making money rain, like I'm not going to help fund them because obviously I need that money. But I will, like, just point me in the direction. I will bug them continuously. I'm sure that will help things. I mean, that's a great way to devalue money, of course, but still. Maybe I could just get it to rain in my backyard. And then you guys would all just feel good for me for getting, like, money rained down on me for free every day. That's how that would work. It's all about just demand again. Those guys have built up a demand. And I mean, you know, like in the case of Todd, at least Todd's better than me, so like quite a bit. So that's a bit fair. And Rob managed to find lunatics to buy everything he does. So I mean, you know, all I gotta do is find some of those lunatics, I guess. Honestly, I probably screwed myself by like spending so much time shitting on Liefeld. Because what I should have done was get in with that crowd. And like, you know, buttered up to Liefeld, buttered up to everybody and be like, hey, here's my Liefeld inspired stuff. Anybody want to buy it for $3,000? Somebody would have gone for that, I think. Maybe not $3,000, but like, you know, 500 commission. Maybe they might have gone for that. All proceeds go to the I Love Rob Liefeld Foundation. So yeah, I need to contribute to that. Oh, this thing is toast. You know, get my donations in and just like cackle to myself like, ha, little do these fools know I don't love Liefeld at all. Hey Donna, how's it going? Sounds like it's going all right, actually. No, no, no. Don't fool yourself, brain. How do you think Rob keeps getting ventures out? Because he's found like 1 or 2 thousand guys who will pay anything to get new Rob Liefeld stuff. They don't care about the quality, very clearly, because they haven't on anything he's done over the last little while. Why would they start caring now? I'm not starting the Dan Jurgens Society. First of all, again, I'd have to lie to get that thing going, and I don't think anybody's joined up anyway. Dan Jurgens is fine. Nothing special, though. I mean, you know, I don't think you gotta go either Jim Lee or Rob Liefeld, maybe Todd, maybe Platt. Platt still gets a fair bit of attention. Oh, my video was saying how Travis Charest doesn't draw comics well. I got some attention. People take that shit personally. I think the Joe Mad one would have some legs, but not nearly as much as somebody like Jim Lee. And, you know, Jim Lee and Rob are still the big names for getting attention. Like, it's to the point where I feel like I should put in a Rob related video at least like twice a month, just to kind of like keep my numbers looking good. They always get dislikes, which is fun. But, you know, they definitely get the most attention. We trash live, they say they've seen your art, you shouldn't talk. I don't get those. No. I do. I've gotten a couple recently where they're like, yo, guys, it's hard to put out a comic. I'd like to see you try to do it. And it's like, oh, here, well, let me direct you to the comic that I'm putting out. Those are fun. Jay Scott, I think, is a good one. But yeah, like I had a couple people who were like, you know, all you fucking reviewer types, you don't know how hard it is to put out a comic. It's not that fucking hard, man. It's not this hard anyway. So maybe you should have done some research before you let that comment. The Jim Lee Scholarship. Help Jim Lee afford a 17th home. He needs your help to do it. People will get on board with that. That's a bit more interesting with less teeth. You know what? Get rid of the bottom teeth altogether. That's a bit more interesting. Period. I'm pretty sure the Todd McFarlane manufacturing system already exists. And so he cranked out the toys. The toys that you want to play with. Who gave him the money for that? That's, you know, I mean, bunch of 11-year-olds in 1992. I mean, shit. Those same 11-year-olds grew up to be people who are still giving Todd McFarlane money today, I'm pretty sure. The last record, last time they recorded numbers, they don't really do that anymore. I want to say it was like 2022. No, I think it was mid 2022. Where was the highest? Spawn, Gunslinger Spawn, ranked number 4. King Spawn, ranked number 8. Spawn Scorched, ranked number 7. Is there any more spawns? Oh my God, there's a few more. Regular Spawn, ranked 265th. Wow. Estimated units, 927. Probably a bit more than that, right? Don't think Rob has or Todd has something to do with what? I don't blame Rob for the state of comics or anything like that. I don't blame Todd for that either. The reason I rag on Rob as often as I do is because he just doesn't put in the effort he should. He's a scam artist. Any of the other guys, whenever they do something, like it's to varying levels of effort. They're not all going as hard as they can every time if they're drawing something new, but they usually are going like pretty hard. Rob always just does the bare minimum because he knows that it doesn't matter so long as he signs his name on it. No, I don't believe they are. It's just that they're all that lazy. I don't think they are. Whenever you see like Dale Keown has to draw a thing, he doesn't do it very often. But like he takes what looks like months drawing it because he puts in so much fucking detail. Silvestri spent 10 years on, well, or maybe 8 years on Batman and the Joker, and it turned out to be a fucking masterpiece. That was worth 8 years of build-up. Todd doesn't draw anything because he wants to run a business. That's his preference. Rob still wants to be known as a comic artist, but he doesn't want to put in the work to make comics. He does it's all the most low effort shit you've seen. Because he knows people will buy it. Like he's got his people. I mean, Rob couldn't do that shit if he wanted to. If he spent the same amount of time on the pages, it never wouldn't come anywhere close. He doesn't have that ability in him. Like, neither do I. It's not really that's not a shitting on him thing, really. It's just there's nothing to compare. The best work of Rob's career is probably Youngblood #3. Which is okay. It's nothing special. Well, I think if any of them are being lazy, I'll usually call it out in a review. But it rarely happens with the other guys. Like even I did not enjoy Cyberforce after a few issues when I was reviewing those. I still it didn't have anything to do with laziness though. That was just because the story sucked for one thing, but Mark was doing less on it because he was trying to keep up with the business side of his business. And the stuff he was doing was I don't know, he made it like a little bit cartoony and everything. It's like he'd kind of forgotten this. I don't know, he wasn't doing the stuff that made him popular with Wolverine, but it might be. I haven't read it since Cyberforce Volume 2, Number 7, back in 1993, I think. Maybe 94. But, I mean, after having read the first issue of Batman Joker, it's like, oh shit, Mark can write at least a little bit, for sure. Way better than I thought he would have been able to. It's just those early issues, he's getting his brother to write them all, and his brother's no good. Or at least wasn't in 1993, anyway. Like, you know, the one thing going back through the old Image things, all the old Image books, tells me that there were no really good Image comics. Which is something I think I suspected at the time, but like when I started doing the reviews. Not really. So you got to start adjusting what you're even looking for. It's like you're not looking for an enjoyable reading experience. So you're just looking for some fun pages. And even that was in kind of short supply compared to like the kind of stuff those guys had done before. Mostly because they didn't know how to tell stories without a writer. And, you know, the guys who could pull it off, like come up with cool looking pages, you know, Jim Lee just didn't know how to do it without being told, without having somebody help him out. Which is that was a sobering thing to realize. But the other guys, you know, the guys who did produce the fun pages, they stopped making comics. Todd and Mark, you know, both gave it a rest. Eric Larson kept going, but like he changed his style so much that it wasn't good anymore because he was trying to keep up with a monthly schedule. And that was almost impossible with running the business side of things. Well, I think what, you know, I think I probably said it before, but I think what the thing is that once they made that first rush of money and they realized just how much money they were making on this thing, and it's like, oh, we're set for life. we never have to go back to the grind again. And it's like, well, we're gonna because we're artists. God damn it. And then they do that for like 3 months, and it's like, okay, for real though, I could just be on the beach right now. You know, like the kids will understand if I take a month here or there as a sabbatical every other month, right? And then like how long before it's just like, you know what? I'll just hire new kids to draw the books for me. I can make enough money, I can do that. And you know, the new kids aren't as good, but you know, doesn't matter, right? And that's, you know, that's cool, Rad. Absolutely. If somebody gave you $10 million for, you know, your print run on the new issue you did, would you feel as motivated to get the next issue out in a month? You know, like maybe, because like, man, I might get another $10 million. But like after a few months, it's like, you know what? I have a lot of millions of dollars. I can kind of take it easy. Not to mention, I got fucking employees now that all have like problems and shit. Got to deal with that side of things too. That's cool. I do prefer Jim Lee to throw on the 1991 Barry Windsor Smith hatching. If he's not going to do that, I'm probably not going to bother with his stuff, to be honest. But that's okay. All right. Oh, we'll go for 3.5 hours. How's the battery doing? I think I'm at like 30 something. Oh shit. Stand up and see how we're doing. Yeah, 35. That's good stuff, man. Absolutely. Okay. I think I might be done for the day. Oh, I'm kind of running out of steam here. And my fingers hurt. It's usually a good sign. But no, I think it's coming along all right. We'll definitely be able to finish up on Wednesday, I think. Should be able to, anyway. So that'll be cool. Oh, let me center it here. There we go. Fix the arm ball. Oh, I did. We did find some clear nail polish in my my daughter's room, or her old room. So the first time I tried to hook it up, it did fall a couple of times, but it's been fine since then. So maybe it is helping. I don't know. Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely the biggest optimist you guys will ever meet, for sure. No, I think this will be done on Wednesday, probably. There's not a whole lot left to do. I didn't think I'd be getting quite this much done today. So I think it's coming along all right. Anyway. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. All right. So I will take off. I will see you guys on Wednesday. I got editing to do anyway to make sure that tomorrow's video comes out. So yeah, until next time, have a good one, guys. And thanks for stopping in. It was good stuff. there's the X. Okay. See you guys.